From snow removal to parking bans to nightmare commutes, we've heard plenty about the challenges our regions, cities, and towns have been facing this historically snowy winter. But some are dealing with truly unique challenges to their businesses and livelihood. As Edgar B. Herwick III shows us, farmers are doing all they can to plow on.
It's been a quiet February at Pleasant Valley Gardens in Methuen. A little too quiet. Rich Bonanno's business here is mainly flowers, grown in these huge greenhouses. In a normal winter, they'd be humming with activity.
We'd be in the greenhouse transplanting geraniums and transplanting hanging baskets. I'd have a small crew here and we'd be working.
Instead, Bonanno has been working just to keep the greenhouses standing. 8 feet of snow is a lot of weight for a plastic house.
When it snows, even if there's no plant material in these houses, we have to run the heat. We got to try to get the snow off the surface of the house, and as that snow falls to the side, we're trying to melt it on the sides just a little bit so the side pressure on the house is minimized.
Bonanno has already taken a small hit, spending thousands of dollars warming empty greenhouses. But in the flower business, Mother's Day is everything. If Bonanno doesn't get planting soon, his whole year could be a bust.
As you can see, a lot of the sunlight's not getting in this house because there's still snow and ice on the outside. Yeah. And it's really going to take some warm temperatures to get it off.
So another 2 or 3 big storms like this, and maybe you then are going to start worrying about being behind for real, huh?
We'll move the operation to South Florida.
As president of the Mass Farm Bureau, Bonanno has heard from plenty of other farmers battling through the winter. The snow isn't necessarily bad for everyone.
There's no really long-term negative effect of having that snow on the land. It'll be gone. We'll have some good moisture to start the season with.
But for others, the huge drifts have made necessary work impossible.
So people that are in the orchard business, apple growers, peach growers, people growing grapes, this is the time of year that you prune.
Have you ever seen this much snow out here?
No.
Just a few miles down the road is Mann Orchards, home to about 2,500 apple trees.
We haven't been able to get out and prune them yet this year, which is a job that we try to get done during the winter months the best we can, but we're going to be a little bit delayed this year as far as getting pruning done.
That pruning must be done by spring to ensure a successful crop. At 20 acres, Mann Orchards is relatively small, and owner Bill Fitzgerald feels he can still catch up. But for others...
I know some of my friends that have larger orchards are starting to get a little bit nervous in how they're going to get all their pruning done.
As for the trees themselves, Fitzgerald says they're doing just fine.
It hasn't been so cold to bother the apple beds yet this winter. The root systems and everything are actually warm underneath that snow. So all in all, I think the apple trees are pretty happy.
Where Fitzgerald is feeling winter's bite is at his farm stand, where they sell their apples and other produce year-round.
Since it started snowing, that our business is off 25 to 30%. Since we've had the first big snowstorm.
The money that Bonanno and Fitzgerald are losing won't likely be recouped. It's a global market, and most growers aren't battling a historic winter. They can't raise prices, but both farmers remain philosophical. Dealing with the whims of Mother Nature is what they do.
Farmers learn to live with things not going perfectly. It's always something. Yeah. It's always something. But we'll deal with it. We've dealt with other issues. We'll deal with this one.
Edgar B. Herwick III, WGBH News.